Hello and welcome back to another game on Arena, a 1v1 between Hera playing in red and a player called 1991 who is confirmed to be Modri. Most of you probably know this already. If you didn't, or if you didn't read the YouTube comments, it's official now. It's Modri24Boomer on Twitch who is playing in a Magyars war here. As far as I know, Hera picked Magyars and Modri just went mirror, so he got Magyars as well. Magyars for something I haven't seen too often in Arena, so this should be interesting. And we, as it turns out, this was part of a little unofficial best of 5, so they played 5 games more or less. And turns out that Modri actually won 3 out of those 5 games. There were like 2 arenas, 3 hideout. And from those 5 games, winning 3 against Hera, against pretty much the number 1 player on the ladder, maybe number 2 or 3, depends on who is playing and how much. That's really a huge accomplishment, and therefore Modri, I think, was or is 2k plus on the DE ladder now. That's like the equivalent of at least 2k3 on Woobly. So congratulations for that achievement. Hera on 2k1 plus, I think, not sure about it right now, could be 2k2 already. Of course, the ladder will... or players on the top of the ladder will climb as more players will play rated games over time. So this should be interesting, as the Magyars war is quite fair with the mirror, but the question is how the maps. And Hera's map already looking good. Main gold on the side, quite safe. Second gold safe in the back. Second stone safe in the back. And the main stone also safe in the back. Hera's map is so beautiful. One really close to his base. Deer, I'm not sure I saw one, I guess they're inside. And the third gold is the only thing that's really outside and not too safe. But it's on the side, it's alright here. Hera's map is looking beautiful. We have another relic quite close to his base, not too close. Then we have one in the middle here. On the bottom part, extra stone, extra gold, very important later on. And there is in the top part, extra stone, extra gold. Funny layout here actually, and the relic. And the other relic, the last one, closer to Modri. Modri with the main stone forward, main gold forward, second gold forward, and third gold forward outside. So his map, not really good at all. I'm not sure about these Ibex. Are they outside or inside? Can't really tell, but obviously he's able to get them close to the TC or close enough to take them. Yet to pick up 2 sheep, as we can see. Only the second stone is safe in the back. That's it. And that's not really good for Modri, so he might need to go aggressive in this game. Or maybe try to go for the better boom here. Both players now on the way up to feudal age. Let's switch over to Hera. He's going with the barracks. For the Magyars, what do we expect? Well, not Tower Rush, thank God. They don't really have good monks. I think they get Heresy. And so I'm guessing this is going to a little bit of a Scout or Light Cav war in Castle Age. Stable coming up. We could also see Cav Archers in theory. But the Cav Archers for the Magyars, they really shine in Imperial Age when they get all upgrades. Get Recurve Bow, making them, giving them +1 range. And I think also +1 attack. This makes their heavy Cav Archers one of the best in the game, obviously. Then we have Hussars available, Paladin available, full stable units. Elite Skirmishers fully upgraded. I think Halby is missing should be the defense upgrade then. The attack upgrades for free on the melee units for the Magyars, so being up to feudal age faster is giving you an advantage. Plus an extra advantage. I'm not sure if you need the blacksmith for that. And then we have the Magyar Hussars, a unit that doesn't cost gold after their unique tech is done, which I forgot about how it's called, but it's quite cheap. I think it's Castle Age tech. And that unit is stronger than a Hussar as far as I know, and has a bonus against Siege. Speaking of Siege, looked it up, no Siege Rams, no Siege Onager. Heavy Scorpion I think available. Pretty sure there is no Bombered Cannons. Siege Engineers is available, at least something. But the Magyar Hussars on the field, Siege is not really the go-to here. And as they're missing Siege Rams, the Heavy Cav Archers I think is a very strong choice. Heavy Cav Archers, Magyar Hussars, I don't think we're going to see Paladins here, and then some sort of trash and maybe some siege later on. I imagine trebuchets might be on their minds here. For now, it looks like Hera with being up to Castle Age first, both of Light Cav, of course. No Scout Cav, actually Light Cav for Modri. Scout Cav for Hera? Ooh, wait, I misread that. So, looks like Modri should have the advantage when it comes to fighting. Is Hera going for the Light Cav upgrade? He's not, apparently. And Hera is going for a monastery, has 1 relic. That was the one close to his base, and is now sending the monk to get that other relic. But this monk is obviously going to die. Light Cav takes 2 hits, and of course with the 7+2 attack already, 2 attack upgrades for free. Those Light Cav can kill monks quite fast here. Also, Modri is the one who's getting the second and third relic in. There's one already. That means 2 more on the field. Modri is going to try to go for this relic actually. He's got 5 light cav. Hera now got a light cav upgrade as well. But Modri lost the monk, and the other relic, where was that? Did he get it already? 2 relics. Did Hera get 2 relics? Yeah, so the fight for the last relic, which is closer to Hera, is about to begin any second now, as it already started. It's going to re-begin. And Hera is the one who's going with 2 monks, close. 5 light cav for each player. 2 monks also for Modri. This is so neck and neck. Can Modri actually convert a light cav here? Yes, and 1 monk for each, but looks like Hera did a better fight here, and he should be able to get that last relic in. So Hera with an advantage here. Villager-wise, Modri is ahead by 2, doesn't really say a lot. Hera got a TC on the second gold here, another TC on the woodland in the back, a good amount of farms up and running. I wonder, do we see 3 TCs or 4? Looks like 3 TCs for now. For Modri on the other side, we have a TC on the woodline here in the back. Another TC on the second stone on the woodline. Decent TC spots, none on gold. He's got a siege workshop now. So both players actually could try and go up to Imperial Age rather fast, I guess before 26, 27 minutes maybe. Archer range now coming up, so it's clear that Modri wants to go for the heavy cav archers later on. As for Hera, he's not going for the military buildings yet, but he's close to clicking up to Imperial Age, and he started to go on stone. You want to get at least 1 castle for trebuchets. Looks like Hera is ahead by a little bit. Modri got the resources clicking up to Imperial Age, but yeah, he's first. Actually, he was quick error, 10-11%. What is Hera doing? Is he waiting for that last, for that second building? He's got a monastery. How about a university, a siege workshop? Apparently not. 4 TCs actually for Hera. No, that's the university coming up. And with the 4th TC, he should be able to get some economy advantage. We might see Modri with the first attack, the first strike against Hera. Hera also going for outpost rush, therefore is using the light cav to kill those 2 wolves, and outposts for getting some vision on the map, finding out what Modri is going to do if he's moving forward. We see a castle now coming up between that stone and gold. I like this idea, and second mining camp on the main gold, and Modri is up to Imperial Age first, going with the cav archers. Has a mangonel to attack that monk, but the monk should be able to go back here. We're going to see Bracer, Goldshaft mining upgrade, and do we see... No, I don't think we should see Heavy Cav Archer upgrade yet. Doesn't have the resources. As for Hera, I hope I didn't switch up the names or anything. Going for Knights here. Does he want to go Cavalier upgrade? I guess it's on the way already. Villagers moving forward. Hera with almost enough stone for a castle. Does he have one already? No, not yet. And it's going to be Cav Archers against Cavaliers. Still Knights, but that means Modri might want to go for a few more monks here. Converting the Knights, converting Cavaliers, probably a good idea. Castle coming up in the middle. Hera is actually going quite aggressive, even though Modri is unescorted. And is that the Paladin upgrade for Hera? Cavalier production... Paladin upgrade coming up, just skipping over it. So Hera is trying to go for the Paladin upgrade in the 1v1. He's got a majority of the relics, he's got a very strong map for that, so he actually could afford it. Question is it going to backfire? Because if you survive the Paladin attack, then that means your opponent spent a lot of gold, and going for Paladins in the long run is not a good idea. You want to switch up to Magyar Hussars later on, and probably to some trash units. There's the Halberdiers already, no defensive upgrades yet, but it looks like as long as the Paladin upgrade is not coming up, Hera cannot really take the engagement. The Halberdier is too strong at that point in the game, plus 1 defense upgrade gun. And now Hera is the one who also adds in archer ranges. So I guess we're going to see either Elite Skirmishers, which would make a lot of sense, or maybe he wants to transition into Cav Archers as well. Both is possible. That's the first castle for Hera, yes. How about Modri? Any second castles? Second castle coming up. No big fights at this point. Players just waiting for a good attacking spot. Now Modri is the one who is going to attack the castle in the middle. It makes sense. Modri is quite safe here. Ooh, and he's starting to wall the left-hand side. I like the city a lot, but Hera is allowed to take the extra gold. Light Cav moving in. TC coming up on a 3rd gold. Let's see if Modri can get rid of those light cav. Actually, he needs to send a few more units. At the same time, 2 trebuchets now starting to hit that castle. And 1 trebuchet already firing for some time. And looks like Modri is able to take that other gold with the castle backing it up. A few barracks behind this. And players pretty much pop capped. Yeah, looks like 195 against 196. So it's about the first fight that could decide the game or give us a direction at least. Looks like those light cav should go down now, and Modri should be able to finish this wall. In the meantime, Hera is waiting for Not sure about Paladin numbers. He's about to lose that castle, but I guess he can afford it. We have the 2-man sword coming up for Hera, and looks like, ooh, Hera population kept on 180. He's on 200 population, so it doesn't really make a big difference. But he needs to get a few houses or another castle, as we see it coming up here on a 3rd gold. Now Modri is sending Cav Archer forward. It's heavy Cav Archers. They are fully upgraded as far as I can see. That means 12 attack, 8 range, and elite skirmishes obviously on the field. The question is, any siege other than the trebuchets? Looks like nobody's going for any cap rams, for actually even siege workshops. And Modri has enough stone for another castle here on the left hand side. The paladins are getting rid of the few heavy cav archers, castle to back up the stone. And Hera going for the extra stone is a good move, as Modri is currently occupying the other extra stone, should be able to get it anytime soon. And we do see the Magyars upgrade for the Corvinian army, it's called. I didn't know about that one, but it makes the Magyars cost no gold as far as I remember. So it's basically the best trash unit in the game, I guess. Not sure, maybe there is some units that are almost equal, but the Magyars are one of the strongest there is, and not costing gold. It's quite similar to the melee having to run swordsman without gold cost. It's so strong. I think the Magyars should be stronger, as it is a unique unit. Now we have a big engagement, paladins and elite skirmishes against helps and heavy cav archers. Looks like Modri has the better army or the better numbers, but the paladins very tanky. They're actually moving forward. I think Hera still should go back, and that militia probably was a misclick. We now have recurve war coming in for Hera as well. Does he transition into heavy cav archers eventually? I guess so. Looks like he's not producing yet. And is he producing paladins? Not really, he's not really producing anything at the moment. Waiting for the heavy cav archer upgrade, I guess, for the resources to come in. That's the point where Modri might need to go for an attack here, but he's only got 2 trebuchets. That might not be enough to actually get rid of all these buildings, and at that point you would love to have siege rams, or maybe at least some cap rams. Take those buildings down. There's still paladins though, and as long as the paladins are around, Modri cannot really go for the big push here. Both players, ooh, that's a very different villager number. 146 against 118. That means Hera should have more resources, but right now it's pretty neck and neck in my opinion. We have the Magyars upgrade coming in once again. Was it Modri before Corvinian army, or did Hera cancel it? I'm not sure about it. Maybe I missed something, maybe I confused the 2 players, which happened with Leary and Hera before, I think. Or was it Leary and MBL? I'm not really sure. I called Leary, I think I called Hera and Leary a lot of times. But now we have Modri moving forward, as Hera was skipping the military production for a little bit of time. Looks like Modri is getting advantage here, and now Hera also heavy cav archers fully upgraded. Few archers as misclicks, obviously this is never good, and elite Magyars fully upgraded as well. 105 HP. They can't really do good against the Halberdiers, but again all the other units they should be really fine here, and they have 2+4 pierce armor, so that's the normal Hussar. So against 12 attack, that's quite good. The 2 trebuchets though hitting the castle, and you don't want to lose those castles, as you want to produce Magyar Hussars later on in the game. And it looks like the game is not going to end anytime soon. Modri with a little bit of an advantage when it comes to map control. Hera more relics, and yeah, he's losing castles. That's maybe one of the big differences. But he's got 2 castles already on the left hand side. He's producing Magyar Hussars from there. We have Modri without an upgrade yet. As far as I can see, he's only going for heavy cav archers and the Halberdiers, but I'm proven wrong here. Missing a few defense upgrades, but those Magyars should go to elite sometime in the future. If not, then I think Hera has a big advantage. And for now, Hera is in his core lead. Not sure why. Maybe he's got a bit of KD here. Maybe he's got the more valuable army on the field, I'm not quite sure. And for now he's taking good fights with elite skirmishes. Modri is actually moving forward with another castle, and Hera is trying to repair the castle for as good as he can. We have a decent amount of heavy cav archers still on the field for Modri here, and Hera is able to defend for now, but Modri is getting a good attack going. So I'm not quite sure what Hera can do to defend here, other than go for more of these elite skirmishes and more of the Magyar Hussars. Castle going down. Very important to see that Modri is actually having success here. Now he should go for another trebuchet in my opinion, and try to go, his population cap, for those archer ranges as fast as possible. Trebuchet going on to the heavy cav archers, and Modri is ahead in military by a lot. Hera maybe needs to get rid of some of his villagers. I think he should maybe kill some of the wood villages, or how many farmers does he have? I think the fight is not that big at the moment. So let me quickly switch to the economy stats. Farmers 49, lumberjacks 50. That's too many lumberjacks, I guess. And For Modri, I'm expecting to see pretty much the same numbers. Actually, yeah, pretty much 25 minus. So Hera is probably mining more stone and gold than still. Not quite sure. Where's the switch? Here it is. So for now, Modri is able to take down all these archer ranges, but he's not able to go for the big push yet. We have elite Magyars, we have heavy cav archers. That's pretty much the perfect composition in the Magyar War, I guess. Maybe some trash units in between makes sense, and the only thing that Hera is missing is siege, to be honest. Now he's going for more lumberjacks here. He's also low on resources, then again he's probably producing or queuing up a lot of units in his archer ranges and possibly in the castles. I like the position from Modri, to be honest. He is mining stone now, and he's got that castle forward on the top side where he's getting rid of all the military buildings. So I'm guessing Hera is rebuilding on the left hand side, bottom left. There's a good amount of archer ranges here. That's 6 at least, 7, you can see 8, 9, and number 10 is just going down. And castle-wise, Hera, 1, 2, 3 castles. Modri, is he going for the lead Magyars? Yes, fully upgraded now, very good for him. Got 1 castle back at home, 2nd castle and a 3rd castle forward. So 3 castles for each player. That means Hera had 2 more already. I don't think Modri lost castles yet. And Hera looks like, let me quickly check, 330 stone. He's mining some stone still? No, I think he finished everything. So it's going to be tough for him to go for more castles. As for Modri, he's still got like 400 stone available. He should be able to go for another castle if he really wants to. Heavy cav archers now moving forward. And Hera actually missing an ibex here. They were far in the back. Mining gold still at home. Not sure about stone. Where is stones? I think he probably mined them completely. We have a decent amount of military numbers now for Hera on the field, and actually he's caught up. So he killed some of his villagers, and both players are on more than 70 military units. Now the Magyars moving in, big fight happening, and it looks like the Magyars is able to go close enough to take down the trebuchets. Heavy cav archers moving back, they're pretty much sacrificed here, and Modri is not going to lose the castle, but it's 2 trebuchets, and they're quite expensive at this point in the game. In the meantime, looks like Hera deciding to go for the middle or the bottom and middle of the map and try to go for a counter-attack. Ooh, that's beautiful. Heavy cav archers moving in, spread out formation against the stacked formation. Not sure what's better here. It looks like Hera has more numbers somehow, even though Modri has the higher military count. Hera, it feels like those 39 are better than that. No, it's 55 actually. And Modri taking a very good fight here. Is he about to win this battle in the middle here? It's a big battle. Hera is reinforcing faster than Modri, I feel. Looks like Modri has the military production buildings a little bit far away. And we have the fight still going on here. Trebuchet is still standing. Halberd is now moving in, but they're going down to the cav archers quite fast. And now I think the amount of elite Magyars that he might have could be a deciding factor, or the amount of heavy cav archers. And looks like Hera needs to go back here. Better numbers for Modri. Impressive fight by him, and is up to score lead by 1k. Is this the push that Modri needs? He needs some siege behind this, I think. Without siege, it's going to be tough to get rid of those 2 castles. And you also want to go for the military production buildings. We have barracks now coming up for Modri. Interesting decision. Is he out of gold? Pretty much the same. Actually, Hera a little bit more gold, probably now benefiting from the 3 relics against only 2. And we have Modri now moving back. Actually, he's still got a better numbers, not by a lot, and elite Magyars behind this. I think that's the go-to unit. Modri, 1k6 food in the bank, Hera 1k. Resources actually quite similar. Looks like Hera got enough stone for another castle. Where is he getting this? Is he taking stone somewhere that I can't see? It's possible. Maybe I overlooked it. Where's the castle going up? Yeah, Hera is about to build another castle, I think. Coming back at home, actually. Coming up back at home. So he wants to go for a safe castle, wants to go for safe Magyars production. And those are now moving forward, running into Halberdiers. Heavy cav archer numbers still better for Modri, but not by a lot. The game is going for quite a while now already. We are 53 minutes in. It's not going to be a 3-hour game, but as you can see, it's not the shortest one ever, and both players pretty much neck and neck. Modri ahead by a little bit. Now not fighting with his full army, and heavy cav archers numbers suddenly better for Hera. Modri is taking a bad fight here, and somehow Hera is turning it around a little bit. Therefore Modri has to move back. We have still the heavy cavalry fight. I think Modri now has the numbers, but he's not engaging with his full army. Is he going to raid a little bit? He's not really getting through. Did I see Hussar here? Is it Magyar Hussars? Not quite sure. Magyar Hussars should be the go-to unit. Plus, oh, that's a decent amount of Halberdiers here actually. Let me slow down a little bit again. Are the Halberdiers going to get a good fight against the Magyar Hussars here? Looks like Hera is microing as good as he can, and now they're running into the heavy cavalry and also elite skirmishers again back on the field. I like this idea. Modri still with the score lead, but barely. Not even 100 points in between them. And it looks like 32 against 36 heavy cav archers. I feel like that's the unit that is deciding these battles. Also, elite skirmishers are really doing a lot of damage here now, and therefore Modri has to move back, missing the Magyar Hussars. Halberdier is not doing the damage that he wanted to, and it looks like... Ooh, Hera was just about to get the score lead, turning back. It's neck and neck. I can't really tell who's going to win this. Modri looked better here, but now Hera suddenly taking back map control. Not sure how he did it. Maybe it's the relic advantage. Maybe it's the fact that the villager number for him was higher for some time before, now he suicided some of them. Not quite sure. Hera got a lot of wood in the bank, actually too much. He should go for some more farms. And there is another big fight happening. Halberdier is moving in, but it looks like, at least optically, Hera has the advantage here. And he can now move in with those Magyar Hussars. Modri has to go back once again, and Hera is able to reinforce faster. He is population capped. As for Modri, 175, 180 now. But it's not reinforcing fast enough, and he's low on wood actually. Interesting to see. Still got a good amount of food in the bank, and Hera is moving forward, getting back map control. He's got a score lead now. Can he add in some siege? Can he get rid of the buildings? Well, he's using the Magyar Hussars to do it. It's going to take some time, but against the castle you cannot go without siege, in my opinion. You shouldn't be able to do so. Looks like Hera has a nice, decent economy here, some farmers, and the farmer numbers could be deciding here, but you want to get everything. Gold is obviously the deciding factor in general, and the elite skirmishers are doing decent damage against the Halberdiers, not yet getting a good hold on the heavy cav archers. Heavy cav archer numbers for Hera still a little bit better. And Modri now, not sure, what can he do? He needs to be pop capped, which he is, and I'm not sure how to win this game. It's anybody's game to take, in my opinion, and maybe the relics actually make the difference. I like Hera's idea to go for a monk here. Wait, did I see a petard here? Yes, there are petards on the field. One at least. This could be interesting. There's the second petard. Is Hera trying to go for some raiding here? It's possible. Modri is not moving to the left-hand side. Can he see the petards? I guess not yet. He can see one of them, so he should be alarmed, but maybe he didn't spot it. It's obviously tough to see a single petard in that fight. And actually, Modri went for Hussars. This is quite a gold investment. I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Maybe he wanted to keep his number higher than Hera's, but the Hussars should not be good enough, as good as the elite Magyar Hussar. And we have another big fight happening. Let me move the fog of war here. Outrange is moving forward. I'm not sure he's winning this fight. Hera is moving back to the safety of the castles. Modri cannot really follow up. He needs to move back here. Between two castles you don't want to take a fight against your enemy unless they're your castles. And the petards moved back to the castle. Yes, actually they did. Interesting to see. Modri is moving forward against Hera's forward moving army now. Yeah, Hera moving back here. You don't want to lose any heavy cav archers here. It's the gold units. Wow, 54 against... That's 17 only? Wait, is that possible? No. Give me the heavy cav archers, only 31. So, looks like Hera, am I correct? He has got a lot more heavy cav archers, and that might be a deciding factor. Also, a lot of food in the bank now, which is quite good to go for the Magyar Hussars. How many castles does he have? I guess that's the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 4 castles for Hera. Modri, let me find out. How many castles do you have? 1, 2, 3. It's only 3 castles for Modri. That might make a little bit of a difference here. And Hera now benefiting from the 3 relics against 2. I think that's a big factor here. But still, nobody able to win this. I would love to go in an in-between speed, between the normal and the fast speeder. This is kind of too fast in big battles. The other one is too slow. It takes too much time, in my opinion. Hera somehow in the score lead. I'm really surprised about this, but he's got a heavy cav archer numbers and he's keeping them high. That's maybe the main factor to win this. That's the main factor to get advantages here. Other than that, we are having a little bit of a ceasefire. Hera population capped, Modri population capped, but Hera got better resources, and now, ooh, there's the petards moving in. Is Hera gonna be able to do some damage? Religion numbers, 121 for Modri. A lot of elite Magyar Hussars moving into Hera's, into Modri's space. Modri immediately easily foiling them with his own Magyars here, but this is causing idle time, and I think he should be able, Hera here, to kill some of the villagers Modri has. Those villagers are not looking good. Hera is about to lose these Magyars, but not without going for some raiding. Can he benefit in the middle here, actually? Ooh, did I miss a big fight here? I'm not sure. Was it from the fight before? A lot of things happening on the map now as Magyars all over Modri's base here. Modri 110 villagers. He didn't lose too many, and it looks like Hera is sending in yet another group of the Magyars. Is the villager going to... Ooh, nice quick wall. Awesome for him. There's a decent amount of Hera still waiting to get some action going, and those Magyars are more or less trapped and need to move out as they're standing underneath the castle. They shouldn't be able to go through that house as fast, and Modri is surrounding them now using the hussars he has and following up with the heavy cav archers, so Hera has to move back here. And again, I think you can move faster to get some big fight going. Not quite sure. Numbers still looking equal for both players. That's too fast, actually. Are we going to see another big fight here? Heavy cav archers, how many? 49 against... Give me the numbers here, 29. A lot of Magyars here for Modri, and the fight is happening. Looks like the heavy cav archers from Hera fighting longer, and those Magyars just moving around surrounding Hera's cav archers, but they're getting attacked by heavy cav archers quite heavily. And I think now, as the Magyars seem to be gone almost, and the hussars dying, looks like with more heavy cav archers, Hera might have an advantage here. Military numbers still equal. Are we going to see a winner out of this battle? It's possible, but it doesn't look like it. It's pretty neck and neck. Villager in between. There's a farmer. He's waiting for his chance to fight. Problem is, how many heavy cav archers for Modri? 23 against 43. 20 more, and the hussars not fighting here. Thanks DE. That's never good. Now finally Modri realizing, okay, I need to fight with all my army. He's sending in more Magyars. Hera low on food, actually, was producing a lot. Modri low on everything almost. This is going to be tough for him. Looks like he's behind in resources and resource count in the bank. And he's now moving back here. Looks like Hera took the better fight somehow. They're still neck and neck in the military numbers, but Hera still keeping the heavy cav archer numbers high. Now going to attack the hussars that are again stand ground doing nothing. Thanks to E once again. And we're seeing another fight happening. Not yet. Modri's waiting for maybe reinforcements, maybe for better army composition. Trebuchet is now hitting the TC here, and Hera somehow is getting a lot of castles here. How is he doing this? Is he selling? Is he buying stone? 185. Ooh, can he go for attack here? Let me slow down. Oh, that's a big fight happening. Actually, that's almost too fast here. Magyars at the front, heavy cav archers behind, more heavy cav archers for Hera. And military numbers now better for Hera, actually. 111 villagers, but he's on 79 military units still, and Modri is losing the numbers here. How is it doing? Hussars are not fighting as good as the Magyars, and I think Hera with more castles, 1, 2, 3, does he have 5 castles already? That's huge, because he can produce faster. And now the heavy cav archers are under melee attack. This is never good. You don't want to take this battle. Heavy cav archers from Hera being microed, and Modri is taking one bad engagement after 110 minutes and is actually resigning the game. Hera probably about to win this game. Modri didn't need to give up, but I think he felt that it was over and that Hera would be taking this big battle and win it completely after this. You cannot reinforce as fast, and Hera just needs to add in another trebuchet or 2. He had 2 of them already to do the damage that he needed. I hope you enjoyed this one. Very interesting. Magyars War. I think that's pretty much the meta game that you want to see, and see you in the next games then. GG.